Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Sataru, and in today's video we are going to find about your past life or past lives. And for that we have three different piles, options to choose. Option number 1, we have pink and dark green colors. Option number 2, we have peach and dark blue color. And option number 3, we have light green and brown color. Okay, so take your time and select the pile you're most drawn to. And if you are drawn to more than one pile or even all of the piles, it's absolutely okay. Maybe your higher self want to give you more information about other past lives as well. And yeah, I'll catch you in your reading. Hi, pile one. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the pink and green colors. And in today's reading, we are going to find out number 1, who are you in your past life, and what were you doing the most in your past life, what are the good deeds or good karma you did in that life, and what are your past mistakes and maybe possible bad karma that could have happened in your past life, and how is your life overall in that specific past life. And we will end the reading with messages from your past self or universe or your spirit guides about your past life learnings, what you could learn from your past life in this life. And yeah, let's get started. Let's do the shuffling. I'm shuffling thrice and then taking the cards. And then three. So, who are you in your past life? Oh, it came pretty fast. You have Six of Cups and Two of Cups. So, with Six of Cups and Two of Cups, I feel like you are very nurturing and very loving person. You could be this very motherly as well as this loving romantic person in your past life, as well as you might have people around you who have traveled with you like really long. They might be your friends since childhood and you spent major chunk of your life with them. Yeah. And what were you doing the most in your past life? Wow. You were earning money. You were earning money. You were becoming self independent. Oh, you were becoming independent, self reliant. And I also see luxury. You were building luxury for yourself. And also, Nine of Pentacles is giving me the vibes of not caring about what others think. Maybe in your life, this has been a major theme of not caring about what other people could think. And this is very interesting because you have come this emotionally nurturing person, but at the same time you're becoming, or the most significant thing you're doing is self dependence, as well as being very independent. Maybe you had this balance between both the energies. For example, you might have one person who could have loved you so much, and another set of friends around you who also care you, and except that you did not care much about the external society or the rules the society has. But still, let's see, what are the good deeds you did in your past life? What are the good deeds you did in your past life? Strength. Yeah, you built your inner strength in your past life. It's like you were, by the time you were born, you are this incredibly emotionally receptive, emotionally nurturing person. But maybe the life that you have gone through made you this independent and self reliant person who do not care about what others think for too long. Yes, you did cared, you did understood the people around you who actually cares you, but other than that, you were most likely be happy with yourself. And to do so, and to do that, you need a lot of strength inside, building resilience and building your inner strength. And I feel like that good deed of building inner strength and perseverance, resilience, has been carried to you even in this life. Maybe you don't really care about what others think for too much, or you have the natural independent nature to you. And if you have that, that could be because of this past life in which you were building that strength for yourself. Yeah. And let's see, what were the mistakes or bad karma you were doing? Knight of Wands. Can I have a clarifier? Knight of Wands. Oh, okay. I think being reckless in few kinds of emotions could be a mistake that you did in your past life. It's like receiving wrong emotions and being reckless with them. With Nine of Wands, I also feel that I said Nine of Wands. Wait, I was supposed to say Knight of Wands, but let's see what does that mean. I think with Knight of Wands, you are extremely reckless about your emotions. Maybe that's the reason you started building your own space. I feel like on one side you really built the strength inside you to be self-reliant, but on the other side you did not process the emotions that you were receiving. It's like, suppose you have had faced some struggles. Usually people are going to be feeling sad for a while and then move on, but you did not process them. It's like you were extremely fast in processing them. It's like, oh yeah, this thing happened, whatever, I want to move on from this. I have to move on, I have to build for myself, and you couldn't receive the positive emotions due to that. I think I also feel one thing, that the amount of good deeds you did are more than the mistakes or bad karma. But that doesn't mean it could be gone, right? It's like, if you are not processing your emotions in right way, they are going to affect you later. And I also wanted to say that you have had two different identities. On initial phase, you were holding on to your roots, you're holding on to your homeland. If you're in your homeland or far from it, you were very considerate of your inner child. And then you moved on to this romantic. It's like you either have found a person, or you on okay, you either found a person, or the situations are so loving towards you that you started being loved by people around you or by someone. So, yeah, What are the mistakes? Maybe reckless about receiving your emotions, or too fast in receiving the emotions, or running away from your emotions. Yeah, for for some of you or for most of you, it's about running away from your emotions instead of receiving them. And that's why processing them would be harder. And how was the overall life you lived? Can I have one card? Queen of Wands. Hey, we have space. Yes. Yeah. With Queen of Wands, you lived a beautiful, bright life. You have a very comfortable past life, Pile One. Yeah, you were pretty good by yourself, you were shining, and there is literally nothing wrong with your past life. Maybe about this emotional processing, maybe this is something you are working in this current life. Yeah, processing your emotions instead of running away from them. But with Queen of Wands, you lived a very energetic life. You lived a life in which you were shining, you are happy, you are creative, you are literally confident person at whom people look up to you for your shine. And Queen of Wands is such a beautiful energy. It's like you are in your own space, but you are imitating your energy. And I'm so happy to have a beautiful past life reading. And let us see. Yeah, I want to take my custom cards. Let us see what are the past life messages that your current life want to remind you of. Okay, strength again. This is quite straightforward. They wanted to remind you of the strength you already have within yourself, the strength that you built in your past life, and the good karma you have built for yourself in your past life, which is the strength. This is so beautiful. As I have already told you, the amount of good karma you did for yourself and for people around you is more than the mistakes or the bad karma you did. So, yeah, your past life is reminding you of the goodness you have, the strength, the resilience you have built in your past life. And here is the thing, in your past life, it's not like you haven't faced any challenges. You faced them with confidence, with strength, and with self reliance. And that is why your identity in your past life is more of a, a beautiful, romantic, this loving person who is considerate of other people's emotions. Yeah, I think for other people you really consider their emotions well, and it's time for you. I think you're going through maybe a hard phase right now, or you are needed to remind your own strength right now. If yes, guys, you have worked and achieved a lot of strength in your past life. You have achieved your own power, your own, potential in your past life, and that is reminded to you in this lifetime. Wow. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. And today we are going to find about your past life. And you have chosen the peach and dark blue color as your pile. For that, we are first going to find out who you are in your past life. Secondly, we are going to find what were you doing the most in your past life. Thirdly, we are going to find the good karma, the good deeds you did in that life. And fourth, we are going to find your past life mistakes or the bad karma you accumulated intentionally or unintentionally. uh, but mostly, I want to say there could be, I would say, most of the times it's past life mistakes. Instead of saying you intentionally did that. But yeah, let's go. And we are going to find the overall life you lived in your past life. And then we are going to end the reading with messages from your spirit guides, divine universe, or your past self about what you have learned from your past life that is meant to be revised in this life or to inculcate in your current life. So let's get started. I will shuffle thrice and start this. That's one. I want to do one more time. Sound. So let's get started. Question one. Who are you in your past life? Who are who is pile one in past life? Oh, five of five of swords. What were you doing in your past life? Okay, this one also came. What are the good deeds you did in your past life? Good deeds or good karma you did in your past life? Why this is so chaotic? I think your inner world is quite chaotic because the cards are like this one also come. Okay, so what are the past life mistakes? Okay, can have a clarifier for that. Oh, oh. And how was your overall life in your past life? Wait, this card, the Emperor. First of all, in your past life, you're a warrior who did not care about what others might think, what others might feel, or what will happen if I do this. You did not care about the societal consequences, the the things that would deter or influence others. They did not influence you. And with five of swords in here, you physically or metaphorically are a fighter. You are sometimes reckless in whatever you are doing. And yeah, what were you doing the most is creating chaos in the places that were like calm, that were like nostalgic. I can see two paths, like two different interpretations. One is you were shattering everything that is nostalgic to you because you do not want to feel the things, you do not want to connect to the things from your past. And on the other side, you might be like destroying other people's, excuse me. Okay, so it's like whoever are having a place of belonging, you're turning that into chaos, intentionally or unintentionally. Actually, I want to say one thing. Maybe intentionally or unintentionally. These words I don't usually use much, but I'm using them. This is like the second time I'm using this. Even before the breakdown of the reading, I said that. I did not say that to reading one. Maybe these words or what they mean are important to you somehow, but let's see. With six of, yeah, gosh, with tower and six of cups, you are trying to make chaos in in the lives of people who are very naive, who are very much connected to the childlike nature. So with we already knew that you were quite reckless in few things you have gone through. You were of course fighter, but you are also the one who do not think about consequences, or you are quite reckless. So you were like shattering the nostalgia, shattering the feelings of people, and you're like going forward, going in a forward movement, and you did not care what will happen to others. You were, positively or not, just like a bulldozer, you just went ahead in your way. And with positive karma, again we have chariot. And with eight of pentacles in here, I feel like you were in long term moving forward in your life. And that's why, what the second question was, what were you doing the most in your past life? And we had tower and six of cups. It's like you're shattering everything that is coming along your way. The good karma is that you were always moving forward. You were, it's like moving forward, taking charge and going going ahead instinctually. It has been a practice to you. You practiced doing that in the long term. It's like you started moving forward. Yeah, there are things that have completely ended, and then you shattered something by moving forward. Yeah, that is done. The chapter is closed. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Whatever that happens, let's move forward. And you did that in the longer term. Maybe that's why in your current lifestyle, in your current life, it's easy for you to move forward. It's easy for you to move on. It's easy for you to take charge and just go in a flash with chariot. And when it comes to the bad karma, yeah, you couldn't you couldn't stay in a specific place or specific people for long term. You couldn't build the legacy in the way that is more materially stable. You couldn't build the stable for your stability for your family. You were just moving forward, and that's the reason you couldn't build something solid for your family members, for your children, and even grandchildren, because 10 of pentacles is legacy. And clarified by justice, I feel like, yes, you did work for your family members to provide them food, etc., but you did not do that in a fair way. That's the problem. You were you were a warrior. You went ahead, but you did not consider the feelings of people. And because of that reason, you have accumulated this karma of paying it back by, in this life, doing the things in a justful way, in the right way. Yeah, i I took this for the clarifier, but I can see there are two different things where you are maybe meant to fix them or meant to know where are the things that could possibly have done wrong by you. But with 10 of Pentacles, you couldn't build the stability for your family members. And maybe they suffered after that because of this. And on the other hand, you couldn't be fair in providing for your family because you were not thinking about feelings, or you're not even thinking about anything because you're just this forward movement going person. And how did you live most of your life? You lived with authority, you lived with power, you lived like an emperor. It's like everybody will listen to you because you have so much power, because you are a warrior who can just swing your way, move your way instantly, instantaneously. And yes, you lived with lots of power. But the only thing is that if you are king, for example, in your past life, you did not do well when it comes to your people, because there is this sense of cutting through everything that is coming your way. It's like, yeah, for some of you, you went from warrior to a king or even emperor, but you are quite reckless in the process. Maybe medieval periods could be significant, or wherever the country you are in, the history or the kings who lived in maybe 1400s or 1200s could be significant for you. Maybe they remind you of your past lifestyle to you. Yeah, I feel like you are someone who just was really moving forward. Or it could be because most of the people around you did not teach you the importance of the fairness, unfortunately, or the importance of family and long term stability. So all you did is move forward, moving forward, moving forward, and doing this repeatedly for longer times, no matter it's how much effort it's going to take. And that this is sad because most of the times you did not even know what you were doing, if that's right or wrong, but you did it anyway. And you lived your life like an emperor. You had lot of power, lot of authority. You lived life like, it's like you say something, everybody is going to listen to you. You maybe ordered to do something, people are going to listen to you and do the same, because they are either scared of you or they follow your footsteps. I am seeing this 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we do not have 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I forgot this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and then we had 16. So your life would have been like step 1, step 2, step 3, and then maybe instead of step 4 you did step 5 altogether, by bringing down your courage and energy. And then you did step, what do we say, yeah, step 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 instead of 11, 12. That could be kind of the life you have lived in your past. Yeah, I think it's more of this forward moving, chaotic energy rather than, I said chaotic? Maybe people around your the people who spent time with you, with whom you spent time with, are quite of the similar nature. And that's why you couldn't build the stability, and that could be affecting you in your current life. Maybe this life, it actually uh, is extra strict in the way you do the things, in the way you earn the money because of this past life experience. Maybe compared to your peers, maybe compared to your friends, you are meant to be extra fair and extra strict to yourself and to people around you, especially to your family, because of this reason. You might also have strict parents this lifetime, or if you are already a parent, you might have a lot of responsibility regarding your children because in past life you couldn't care much about them, or you didn't. Yeah, I think this this energy is more significant in your life. But let's see, what are the messages from universe about your past life? Okay, so spirit, what is the past life lesson? Oh, there are many. Oh my god. Okay, I have to calm down. You have king of cups, we have the tower again, and we have ace of wands. So the tower energy is very important to you. So when it comes to, okay, wait, the first suggestion is that to build emotional resilience for yourself first, instead of being this chaotic person who just moves forward, maybe taking your own time, connecting with your inner emotional inner emotional world and inner child, and thinking in a more compassionate way is the lesson or the message from universe. And regarding the tower situation, for some of you, I feel like you will face these tower situations you have, and I feel like universe is saying to surrender to them. And for others of you, whenever the tower situation happens to you, you're meant to move forward instead of backing up. Or maybe whenever this tower situation would have happened to you, your the universe will give you a new opportunity to move forward. So as I can see, you have had a soft heart by nature, but it couldn't have been manifested because of the situations you have faced. And that is really sad. But again, it is important for you to understand that universe will give you new opportunities whenever the tower situations happen to you. And most importantly, with King of Cups, I feel like it's important for you to take your own time and emotionally process before you could take charge in anything. Yeah, so that you do not repeat the same mistake you did in your past life. And that's why your past self is coming now to say that, yes, we have gone through that chaotic situations and we couldn't process them well back then, but it's important for you to process them now, to sit and understand them now. With King of Cups, he sits in his own uh, island and is very content with himself. So in the same way, you're supposed to take your own time to process the emotions before going forward. Yeah. And we have at the back of the deck Knight of Coins. I feel like if you do that, you will somehow start building stability for yourself and for your family again. I feel that in this life, the theme of family becomes very important to you. So, yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if yes, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Bye bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the light green and brown color pair, and welcome to your reading. So, in today's reading about your past life, we are going to find who are you in your past life. Secondly, we are going to find what were you doing the most in your past life. Then, we are going to find the good karma or good deeds you did in your past life, as well as what are the past life mistakes or bad karma that could have happened in the specific past life. And fifth, we are going to find how did you live overall in that past life. And we are going to end the reading with the messages from your past self or divine universe or your spirit guides about what you have learned in your past life that could be included in your current life. Okay, let's get started. Let me shuffle thrice and then start the reading. Okay, so who are you in your past life? Who were you in your past life? Have two, maybe you had two different identities. You're Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. Wow. In your past life, you were rich, you were abundant for yourself, as well as you are creative, you are energetic and creative. You have the different two energies having at the same point. You have the energy of stability as well as the energy of passion and creativity. What were you doing the most in your past life? What were you doing the most in your past life? I also felt a lot intuitive when the reading has started. Maybe you're intuitive as well, creating boundaries, working a lot to the point of burnout. Okay, so the creative endeavors you have had in your past life, you're doing them so many. And you were in the process of building boundaries because you're already so rich and financially abundant. You felt the need of building boundaries from people, as well as you started making your passions true. I feel like you, being the Ace of Wands, in your past life has established multiple creative projects over the lifetime. So, yeah, again, in terms of people, you were, of course, having strong boundaries when it comes to your finances, your life. But on the other hand, you were doing a lot of creative projects. And nine number could be significant for you. I was looking at nine while I'm saying these. What were the good deeds you did in your past life? Good deeds. Knight of Cups and Four of Swords. You are a loving person. You were a very emotionally nurturing and loving person. If you loved someone, you're going to be super romantic. You're going to treat them with kindness, with lot of passionate yet generous love. And also, when it comes to others, you would have given them the rest period they deserve. It's like, how much long are you going to work? Take some rest. Because you yourself were burning out you so much. You know the importance of taking rest, taking mental peace. And in terms of other people, you made them go through this mental peace, mental rest. Also, you're a very loving person. You loved people, you love those people who love you. You were very poetic, you're very emotionally receptive as well as expressive person, especially expressive person. I won't be surprised if you have poetry abilities in this lifetime as well. And also, while I started this reading, I have observed, I'm of course behind the camera, but I'm moving my hand a lot, which means you have did a lot of work regarding poetry or acts of service to the people you love, and you're very very romantic person. Oh my god, I love this energy. So it's like, if you planned a surprise, it's going to be huge, it's going to be very very romantic. Why am I seeing the term romantic a lot? I don't know, but I can say that that word could be very important. Or maybe you are even the same person in this lifetime as well. Yeah, with Knight of Cups, you're generous, and we were talking about surprise example. If you plan a surprise, it's going to be so generous. With the Queen of Pentacles, you are already rich, right? You are going to plan this beautiful surprise to the people you love, and whoever were loved by you were have had a very comfortable life, with Four of Swords and Knight of Cups in here. They never got the situation of burnout, or they don't need to grind, because you were there taking care. Queen of Pentacles, she's the mother, she's this generous mother. It feels like she also gives to the people around, like her family, a lot. She shares her abundance, and whoever in your past life were part of your family, whoever you is your family, or the ones who loved you, you loved them, they are very lucky, because the way you take care of people, oh my god. Another one popped out, let's see. Oh yes, another good karma is that you took the family responsibilities on your shoulders and moved forward. As I have already told, you burned out yourself in your past life because you were also holding your family responsibilities. And yeah, the good karma is that you took the family responsibilities and other people's responsibilities mainly. And that requires lot of inner strength, lot of ability to be loyal, to withhold. Yeah, this is so good. I mean, Ten of Wands is usually like too much of hard work. But if we look from the perspective of good karma, you did way too much hard work in your past life. You took other people's responsibilities, you took family responsibilities, you took things seriously, you worked hard for them. You did not shy away from working, working out, solving maybe issues. It's like, so you're a generous person in your past life. Maybe in this life, you might have had an easygoing family, or at least one person who takes care of you. Maybe you have positive relations with your family because this karma will pay you, right? Anyway, let's see. What were the past life mistakes? Okay, let me do this. Past life mistakes or past life bad karma? Past life mistakes or past life bad karma? Chariot? I see why. Because in your past life, all you did is move on instead of taking some time to understand, is this really my responsibility? Is this really sustainable for me in long term or to my health? It's like you did not thought much, you just went ahead. In pile 2, for example, the good karma is to go forward, to move forward in their life. With chariot, here the past karma, the past mistakes is that you did not give time to analyze whether it is sustainable, whether it is healthy, whether it's going to take care of you or not. You just went ahead. You went ahead for the project, your creative instinct, instead of thinking whether it is whether it is necessary, whether it is healthy for you. And that has indeed created hardships as well. Now it is different when it is family responsibilities and you taking care of those responsibilities. But what I'm saying is, maybe you did not share the responsibilities with others, you just carried them each and everything on your shoulder because you did not think much, you just went ahead, and it did not you did not had the time to share your responsibilities with others. Let's see how the overall life you lived in your past life. How was your overall life? Oh, wait. There are three. Okay, we have three. You have eight of swords, and we have ten of cups as well as four of wands. You had a mixed life, or I would say you had two different extremities in the same life. On one hand, you experienced what it's like to be struck, what it's like to be not unable to move by yourself when the situation demands. And you know how it's like to have limiting beliefs. You've gone through hardships, and then you also gone through most exciting, happiest moments in your life. 10 of cups and 4 of wands are such great cards to come. Honestly, you have had both sides of life pile 3, but mostly you have had the positive aspects, at least after the half life you have had, because you spent your life with your children, with your family. You spent your life in a stable way. You were celebrated. Both cards are for celebration, are for happily ever after vibes. This is for marriage also. This is for marriage, this is for children. For, as I have already told you, the good karma being the Knight of Cups, being so loving towards people of yours. The next half of your life, you were actually having the good karma paid back to you. Okay, I feel that this is the story. You moved forward without thinking too much, which did give you burnout and a lot of hardships, but you did stay there. You were stuck, but you solved it eventually, and you really took the family responsibilities, did not shy away from that, due to which, and also you took care of your people with resting them, due to which the karma has been paid back to you by giving you ultimate happiness with your family, with your highest amount of happiness one can have. You have had a happy family in your next half of your life. You were married. Yeah, of course, you will be married. You were celebrated. You had an amazing elevation in your life after this period. You actually had a pretty comfortable life in your past life after going through this phase, of course. The Four of Wands is elevation, it's marriage, it's celebration. You were celebrated by people around you, you were celebrated by your people, and you were having an amazing family, amazing children, and happy life ever after. Let me keep this in this way. It gives me a sequence. Yeah, and I'm curious, guys, are you also still nurturing and very caring with your current family as well? I want to know. Please write that in the comment section. And we are going to find what are the messages from your spirit guides, from universe, from your past self in your current life. What are the lessons you learned? Any messages? I don't think there are any messages for you guys, because it's pretty obvious that you have learned your lesson in your past self. Maybe that's a lesson itself. You have learned your Six of Swords. If you're currently going through any turbulent situation, you are suggested to go from that turbulent place to more calm, more stable place, more calmer waters. It's like take care of yourself mentally. Maybe, okay, yes. We have swords energy in here with 8 of swords. We have 4 of swords and we have 6 of swords. 4, 6, 8. But you were struck in your past life, right? And this limiting beliefs, though they were solved, if they could affect you, if they somehow affect you, you're meant to find a resting place or more calmness in yourself, in your mind. Yeah, maybe sometimes these limiting beliefs in your mind, maybe not emotionally, maybe not physically, maybe not financially, but mentally, they can trouble you, and you're meant to calm your own mind because thoughts energy is mind communication, especially to yourself. So with 6 of swords, I feel like you are meant to make your mind calm and peaceful. Yeah, can I have, is there any more advices? Any more advices? Any more advices? I don't think there are any advices. Ace of Cups. Yeah, fill your own cup. Usually that's the suggestion that usually comes. Ace of Cups, I feel like love yourself. After changing your mind to more positive side, more optimistic, yeah, more optimistic, heal yourself, love yourself in this life. So, yeah, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the reading. If yes, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Bye bye.